Welcome everybody, beginner's class, or the part 7, and we're doing neck and shoulders today. So make sure you're sitting comfortably on the mat. Take a cushion, place it under the base of the spine, the tailbone. Try not to sit on the cushion with your buttocks, just under the tailbone, so that you can sit down into the pelvis. Rest the hands gently on the knees, and we simply close the eyes. Just take a few deep conscious breaths today, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just lengthening this breath and feeling yourself sinking down into the mat. Be conscious of the body's connection to the mat and the support from the earth beneath you. Allowing the breath now to be completely natural. Just following this process. Conscious of the sounds surrounding you and the room. And simply allowing the sounds to be there without judgment, right or wrong. And coming up to your mind, looking beyond your thoughts and finding the center point of this space. A place that we can rest and simply watch. When you are ready, slowly and gently opening your eyes. Welcome. Good, so we can leave the cushion under the base of the spine here. What I'd like you to do is take the first 3 fingers and just place them just below the skull or the base of the head, just at the top of the neck. And you can allow the shoulders to relax here, but just sort of so that you're aware of any movement in the neck. And we're going to start with a tiny yes with the head. So just gently, in your own time, just allowing the head to go up and down as if saying yes. Good, and then we change to no. And I want you to be conscious of your fingers. You can feel how just the head is moving, not the neck. So it's just at the top of the spine here. Just freeing, and we go back to yes. Small movement, tiny movement. This is why we place the fingers here, so that we're just conscious of this movement. And again to no. Good. Now we can release the fingers from the neck. We can rest the hands again on the knees. And we're going to continue with a big yes. So we take a deep breath in. And exhale, bringing the chin down towards your chest, keeping the back straight. Inhale, head goes back, we look up to the top of the room again, try not to move the spine. And exhale, we bring the chin back down into the chest, keeping the back straight. Inhale, all the way back, looking towards the top of the room. And exhale again, bringing the chin into the chest. One more time. Inhale, smooth, gentle movement. And exhale all the way down and chin again into the chest. Bring the head back to the center, so we're looking straight forward. Relax the shoulders just a little bit. And now we're going to continue with a big no. So we inhale, turning the head to the left shoulder, so bringing the chin as close to the left shoulder as possible. Again, keep the back straight, shoulders relax. Exhale, and we gently turn all the way now to the right, bringing the chin close to the shoulder on the right side. Inhale slowly, all the way to the left. Exhale, and all the way to the right. Inhale, good. Exhale, and one more time. Inhale, smooth, gentle movement, and exhale. Good, so we can bring the head back to the center. Just occasionally when we're doing these exercises for the neck, it feels like sort of the neck has been on the beach. This just encourages the body to softer and softer, and that sound will disappear eventually, and it's very, very healthy to do. So we continue now with small circles with your nose. So you can breathe as you wish, and we're just gently making a small circle with the tip of the nose here. And we can change direction. Small circles with the nose. And again we relax. And now of course we take big circles with the nose. So making this circle as big as possible, and imagine yourself drawing a circle with your nose. Doesn't really matter which way you start. Maybe you're going left to right. It doesn't really matter. What's important is the back stays straight and the shoulders are nice and relaxed. And we can change direction. So drawing the circle in the opposite direction. Again, if it sounds like the neck has been on the beach too long, you just keep going. As long as you're not feeling any pain in the neck. If you are, of course, make the circle just a little bit less until you feel that it's comfortable to do. Good, and we can relax again, we look straight forward. And here we can just close the eyes just for a moment and allow the body to relax again back down into the pelvis. Feeling again the connection with the mat. Your connection to the earth beneath you. And then we can gently open the eyes. Very nice. So we're going to come now to the back of the mat, and here we can take away the cushion. You can have it handy if you need it between the legs or under the ankles. We're just going to come to the back of the mat. And if you still feel like you need support, of course we can use a bolster and just put it between the legs so that you can relax completely. So we're not going to stay in this position, we're going to move the knees to the sides of the mat. And we're going to continue working with child. So we do the same as we did last week. We're just going to walk the hands forward until we can get the elbows to the floor. And then we're just going to gently press back with the hips until the forehead and nose comes to the mat. And again, we're not trying to get the feet and the buttocks together here, just feeling that we can lengthen the spine. We have this gentle stretch in the shoulders, and you're going to feel a slight extension, especially around the shoulder blades. And as usual, if you need to lengthen the neck, just lift the head and again place the forehead and the nose back on the mat. And here we just have nice, deep, conscious breathing through the nose. And staying in the same position with the body now, you just straighten the arms. So the elbows come away from the mat, and I want you to imagine that the shoulder is actually quite heavy here. You might find that the buttocks become even closer to the feet while we're doing this. That's very good. And one more time, just lifting the head, and again, you can walk the fingers forward just a little bit, so we feel that stretch in the shoulders, and then back into the position. If of course it's not comfortable for your shoulders to have the arms straight, you may of course rest the elbows on the mat. Good. So we're now going to bring the hands back to the knees, and you can use the arms to come up, and we're going to bring the knees together in the center of the mat. Good. So we're going to come forward with hands under the shoulders, and we're going to come down to the mat. So I want you to reach out with the right hand over the mat, place the hand on the mat, and left. So we don't overextend the shoulder here, just place the hands so they're parallel with each other. And then we're just going to come down using the arms. So keep the elbows now tight into the side of the body, coming down with control to the mat. Now, moving your elbows to where your hands are, and having the lower arms straight forward. It doesn't really matter if they come off the end of the mat here. And then we're going to lift the upper body away from the mat. We're in baby seal, and then I want you to sink down into your shoulders. So allow the head to sort of sink down as if the neck is getting shorter, and just sort of rest into the shoulders. You're going to probably feel this in the upper back as well. And again, inhale, coming up, extend the shoulders sort of down. Exhale and come back into this position where we're just sort of hanging on the upper arms from the elbow to the shoulder. One more time. Inhale, we come up, all the way up, hold, exhale, we come back down again. Each time the chest is just going to come that little bit closer to the mat. Feet together, one more time. Inhale. All the way up, looking straight forward, and exhale, we come back down, and just rest here in the shoulders. And we'll just take a few breaths. And if you like, you can take a long inhale, feeling how the body lifts away from the mat, as we usually do. And then exhale as we sink back down into the mat, and you might find you come just that little bit deeper. Good. So we make sure that the feet are together in the center of the mat. You can even bring the heels together, making sure big toes are together, heels are together. And then we're going to look down to the mat. So So you're looking at a point straight down from your eyes. And we're going to bring both elbows to this point and come into crocodile 2. So both elbows together, then the wrists together, and then we're going to rest the head or the chin into your hands. So you can imagine your arms are a little bit like the tulip, and you're just resting the head in the top of the flower. Nice, relaxed in the neck here. As we breathe, you're going to feel a slight compression at the back of the neck, between the top of the neck and the skull, and also a slight extension or stretch in the front side of the neck, the muscles. Here again, we can use this breath very usefully, so we inhale. Feels as you lift away from the mat, and then exhale, we sink back down into the mat. So relaxed in the back here now, again allowing the breath to be completely natural and without control. You can close the eyes if you wish to. So we're going to gently release this position, and we're going to come to a sitting position facing the long side of the mat. So those of you in the room, you can sit at the back of the mat and face the front of the room. And here again we can usefully use the cushion again under the base of the spine. So remember, each time I do this, make sure that you're not sitting with the buttocks on the cushion. It's very important that it's just under the tailbone. This allows the body to sit naturally and to be completely relaxed. Good. So it doesn't really matter how you sit here. You can sit with the legs crossed if you wish. You can have support under the thighs if you wish, cushion or a bolster. And just to make sure that you're sitting into the pelvis, like I said earlier, and that you're nice and relaxed. And we're going to continue with eagle arms. It's a little bit complicated in the beginning, but I'm going to try and talk you through it so that we all understand it at the same time. So we're going to take the left arm across the front of the body. Make sure that the palm of the hand is pointing towards the top of the room. And then we're going to take the right arm over the top of the left and cross at the elbows. Now we're going to lift the lower arms, and you'll notice that the right hand is above the left hand. All right, so this is always a little bit complicated when we cross the arms because the brain gets a little confused. All right, so there are two different ways of doing this position. They both require, however, that we now rotate the left lower arm so that the palm of the hand is actually pointing away from you. And then we can either place the fingers into the palm of the right hand and then rotate the wrist so we come into this position. And if you want to come a little bit deeper, you can actually reach the fingers to the outside of the hand. So I'm just going to drop my hand here so you can see what's actually happening here. And then we grip the thumb. But then make sure that the upper arms are parallel to the floor as much as possible, and the lower arms are basically pointing towards the top of the room. Then I want you to press the elbows away from your body. So it's actually a stretch. You can feel this stretch between the shoulder blades. And we just take a few conscious breaths in this position. So again, you can either be in this position or with the hands like this. It really doesn't matter as long as you have this extension out. It just becomes a little deeper if you have the hands together. Can you feel the stretch? Good. Alright, so we're just going to gently release this position, bringing the hands back to the knees. And we can rest again with the palm of the hand up towards the top of the room, allowing the shoulder to just be completely relaxed here. And of course we do the opposite side. So now we take the right arm across the front of the body, palm of the hand towards the top of the room, left arm comes over, crossing at the elbow, and then we lift both lower arms towards the top of the room. Now this time you'll notice that the left hand is above the right hand, so we're going to reverse the right hand, so palm away from you, and again either placing the fingers into the palm of the hand and rotating the left wrist, or taking the outside of the hand again. So I just took my hand so you can see what I'm doing here, and we close around the thumb. Upper arms again parallel to the floor, lower arms pointing towards the top of the room or straight up, and then press the elbows away from your body. So again we're feeling this stretch in the upper back. Good, Ulrika. Very nice. Again, conscious breaths in this position. So I can feel this expansion and contraction of the chest as we breathe. This will also help with this gentle stretch. And then again we can release the position, bringing the hands back to the knees, palms of the hands towards the top of the room, and again allowing the shoulders to drop down towards the mat. So you'll notice if you have the cushion under the base of the spine, it's almost impossible to collapse, so we can really focus on the shoulders here. Often after this position we can feel that we have in some way a slightly more circulation in the arms. Anybody noticing that? Good. That's a very nice feeling. Good. Alright, so we're going to come to the next position and we're going to come into a position which we did do last week, but we're going to do it slightly differently. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the cushion. So placing it somewhere where it's handy, and we're going to come into butterfly, which is basically just placing the soles of the feet together. And at the moment it doesn't matter how far away the feet are, if they're relatively close to the body, as long as we just relax down. Now the difference between last week I was, or the last lesson I was talking about pulling in the lower back, so we're actually engaging the lower back. Now we're going to do the opposite. So I want you to collapse the back, just sit down, allowing the arch of the back to go backwards, right? And then drop the chin down to your chest. Just in a position that is comfortable for you. It's not a matter of pressing the chin into the chest. It's just a matter of being, or coming to your maximum position if you like. And allowing this gentle roundness of the spine. You can hold the feet. If you're losing balance and falling backwards, you can even have the hands slightly behind the body, so you're just holding the body up, but still allowing the back to round a little. Now as you breathe in this way, the body naturally starts to relax by itself. And we can watch this very clearly if we take a deep breath now in, and exhale, relax the chin even more in towards the chest. You'll find that the stretch comes down the back, maybe focusing around the shoulders or the shoulder blades. Very nice. Good. So just be conscious of where your neck is. We're not trying to press the chin into the chest here. It's very important that we just allow the neck to relax. And then one more time, you take a deep breath in And exhale again, relax the neck. So the weight of the head is just pulling the chin into your chest as we stretch out the neck here and the upper back. That's excellent. Very, very good. Good. And maybe you want to work with the hips as well at the same time. So you could actually just bounce the knees gently up and down if you're doing it at the same time. Only if you wish to. It's not important for the neck, it's just a little extra if you want to do that. Good, so we inhale, lift the head. Right, now we're going to turn so we're facing the short end of the mat. Good, so once again, we're going to have the feet together, but a little bit further away from the body this time. So it's very similar to the butterfly position. It's just the feet a little bit further away. And we're going to come into a bound angle forward fold. That sounds complicated, but it really isn't. So first of all, making sure that the feet are far enough away so that when we go forward and eventually when we have the softness in the neck and the upper back and we can round into this position, that the forehead will rest on your feet or on the heels. So now we're going to press both arms under the lower legs. So you can lift the knees a little bit and just come down and hold your feet. Right. If you can't come down to that, it's just to have the hands flat on the mat so we can feel that we're coming down with the weight of the body. Good. All right. So we keep the elbows on the mat if possible, so extend the elbows down towards the floor. Good. Exactly. So think that the elbows are going to come down towards the floor. Now, as we talked about in the last lesson, now we want to engage the lower back. So instead of having a round back, we start to lengthen the spine. So we're pulling the lower back in. So bringing the stomach down towards the mat. And then we bring the forehead down onto the heels or as close to the feet as you can. And this is actually a preparation for a position that we do later, which is called the turtle position. But right now we're just going to focus on trying to find this extension in the lower back and using the strength in the shoulders to keep the arms down towards the mat. So extension down, that's excellent. Good. There you go, Marlin. Alright, so down onto the heels. And each time if you feel that you're getting a little tired, you can release, coming back up again, and then exhale again. Each time engaging the lower back first, and then bringing the head down. And then we can gently release the position. Now you're going to on this course, you want to notice that I'm sort of talking quite a lot about this extension into the lower back. And it's not something that sort of comes naturally to us in the beginning. So we have to sort of find these muscles, and sometimes they are sort of lacking or they don't exist. All right. That means basically they just have not been used for a while. They do exist, of course. So we try to do this and then down. Now, the reason for that is that if I just try and bring my forehead and my chest down towards the mat without using the lower back, I end up like this and nowhere near my feet. So watch the difference here. Lift, extend, then down. All right. So this little adjustment in the lower back makes a massive difference. All right, good. So I want you now to come to your knees, and those of you in the room, you can face the front of the room so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to turn around so that those of you at home can also see what I'm doing. So we're going to come into a position, I hope you can hear me still, speak a little bit louder maybe, into arm lock. Now in the beginning this can be a little bit of a challenge, so we're going to start together. We're going to take the left hand around the back and bring it out towards the right side of your body. Now here we can use the right hand to gently pull the elbow into the side of the body. The key in this position is to keep the elbow tight inside of the body. Then we can start to lift the hand. Now you can actually use the right hand to actually help the hand up into the position. And eventually the hand will come into the center of the upper back here. Then we take the right hand over the shoulder and we connect the fingers behind the back. And we close the fingers onto each other. Now, as we do this, you'll find that eventually you can close the fingers completely and bring the thumbs to the outside of your little fingers. And once we're in that position, then we extend the right elbow towards the top of the room, so we find this little extra space in the right shoulder. Now in the beginning it might look a little bit like this, and that really is fine, because as I said before, we just do this a little bit at a time until we can find the position. And here we're going to have deep conscious inhale to the stomach, so you're really feeling the lungs and the stomach with the breath. And then we just relax the breath and allow the body to just empty the lungs without having to actually exhale. Then we feel again, inhale and relax. 2 more times, inhale, relax, and 1 more time, inhale, and we relax. Good. Then we gently release the position, returning the hands to your knees. And I want you to close the eyes here and simply be conscious of the contrast between the right arm and the left. A slight feeling, maybe more circulation in the right arm, or the right arm maybe feels a little more relaxed from the shoulder. Good, so I'm going to turn it down. Make sure nobody's cheating in the room. And of course we're going to change sides. So now we bring the right hand around the back towards the left side of the body. You can take the left hand, pull the elbow into the side of the body, and then we start to lift the right hand up the back. Taking now the left over the shoulder, we connect the fingers. We bring the little fingers, if possible, to the outside of the little fingers, the thumbs, sorry. And then this gentle extension now on the left side. And again, we have this deep conscious breathing through the nose. Inhale. Feel the body. You can feel again the expansion here in the chest, and then relax, exhale. Just allow the breath to leave the body. 1 more time. Inhale. And we relax. And again, inhale. Feel the body to almost bursting, and then relax. Allowing the breath to leave the body. 1 more time. Inhale, deep breath. And relax. Then we release the arms, bringing the hands again back to the knees. Relax the shoulders. And now, conscious of the contrast between the left arm and the right. Just maybe feeling you have a little bit more circulation in the left arm, or it's now closer to how it feels in the right arm. Good, and we gently open the eyes. So everybody notices that difference? The left and the right side? Okay, so just a little tip for women out there as well. This is very, very good for circulation here as well. And there's a certain amount of research that's been done which actually helps. This is circulation, so more and more women are sitting in front of the computers and we don't have the circulation here. So it is something they're looking at as a way to counteract the effect of, for example, breast cancer, just to keep the circulation. So we open the chest by bringing the arms into this position. Good. Now we're going to again face the short end of the mat. And we're going to come into a position which is called Tiger. We have done Tiger 2 and today we're going to do Tiger 1. So it's not just about working with the neck and the shoulders, we're also going to do a little bit of stomach muscle work. So we're going to come forward with the hands under the shoulders. Come on to the center of my mat here. Good. And we're going to have the knees together in this position and toes pointed out behind you. Now first we can just drop the head down between the arms. So again, we're relaxing, using the weight of the head to stretch out the neck here. Good. Make sure the fingers are nice and spread widely so we have good balance. And then we inhale, lifting the head, looking forward and taking the right leg out straight. Now, good, so make sure I have enough space. All right, then holding the breath, we bend the leg. Now the key here is to exhale and keep the head up as we pull the knee maximum forward, past the arms if possible, and then exhale the head gently down towards the knee. Inhale, lift the head, taking the leg back bent, holding the breath, straighten your leg, and then exhale, knee to the mat and head down between the arms. So again, weight of the head, stretching out the neck muscles. Left side, inhale, head comes up, we take the left leg out straight. Holding the breath, we bend the leg. Exhale, bringing the knee maximum forward, past the arms, head still up at the moment, then head down to the knee. Inhale, head up as we take the leg back bent. Holding the breath, straighten the leg, and exhale, knee to the mat, and then head down between the arms. So the tendency here is that we drop the head a little bit too early. This is often the case. So we're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, head comes up, right leg comes out straight. Holding the breath, bend the leg, keeping the head up. We exhale the knee maximum forward. Use your stomach muscles here. Then head to the knee. Inhale, head up as we take the leg back, bent. Holding the breath, straighten the leg. And exhale, knee to the mat and head gently down between the arms. Make sure the neck is completely relaxed. Left side, inhale, head up, left leg comes out straight. Holding the breath, bend the leg. Exhaling the knee maximum forward, keep the head up. Then bring the head to the knee. Inhale, head up as we take the leg back bent. Holding the breath, straightening the leg. And exhale down. Good, so we can gently come back to the knees here. Alright, so this is where the mind or the brain takes over and says, oh, right, if I want to get my head to my knee, then I need to do this. Alright, and I'm going to show you the difference very quickly, so we don't have to do this together, I just want you to watch. So remember, I'm now going to pull the head down towards the knee and see what happens. Alright, so we inhale, head up, holding the breath, bend the leg, and then we exhale the knee maximum forward. I'm already dropping my head here, so I come here and I can't get my head down to my knee. Alright, So do it correctly now. Inhale, head comes up, right leg out, holding the breath, bend the leg, exhale, knee maximum forward. Notice that the head is still up here. Then I drop the head to the knee. Inhale, holding the breath, straighten the leg, exhale down. All right? So it does make a huge difference when you drop the head, right? So try not to allow your body to cheat. It's going to want to, all right? So if you find it doing that, just smile and say, okay, caught you, all right? And it's very, very useful. Very good. Okay, so we're now going to come forward with the hands under the shoulders again. And we're going to come into a position, actually just relax, just relax. Sit on the feet or however you wish. We're going to do a position which we call wild thing. Now, there are several different ways of doing this position, but for those of you who haven't done it before, you may want to do the easier version of it. So I'm going to show you both before we start. So we start in the same way, hand comes out to the mat, place the hand, same thing on the left side, toes up, straighten the knee, come into plank position. And for those of you who are new, I would suggest here that you place the knees on the mat. Then we take the left foot out and we open the shoulders. Coming back to the mat. So the knees, as you might have noticed, stayed on the mat. If you want to do it a little bit more advanced, here's the plank position. Left foot again comes out and we open up. And back to the center. Okay? So take responsibility. If you want to do with the leg straight and you find, oh no, that's really way too much at the moment, put the knee back on the mat. Right? It's not a competition to see who can do it and who can't. All of these things take a little bit of time. So we come forward, hands under the shoulders. We're not going to stay in the position very long today, so stretch the arm out, place the hand on the mat, left hand, and the same. Cut up the toes, straighten the knees, and you'll find that the shoulders come up over the hands. Now here we choose whether we have the knees on the mat or whether we do it with the legs straight. So left foot comes to the outside with the right, and then we open all the way up into wild thing. We then come back and back to the center of the mat. So on the opposite side I'll do the easier version. So knee is on the mat. We take now the right foot out and we open up. Good. Back. And knee comes back to the mat. Very nice. All right. Coming back into hero position as we usually do. So hands come up over the knees and we just relax. Very good. We're going to sit side and lie on the back. So I encourage you really to use your stomach muscles as much as possible. So I would start with the legs straight if you can, and try not to use the elbows here. So we're going to come down slowly to the mat using the stomach muscles all the way down to the mat. And if this is too much, of course use the elbows in the beginning. Single leg lock. Now we're going to inhale, bring the right knee into the chest. We're going to use the hands here to pull the knee into the chest. This actually stretches out the lower back. And then try and keep the right shoulder blade on the mat as we exhale the head up and bring the head as close to the knee as possible. Inhale, head back, and exhale, we place the feet together. Left side, inhale, left knee comes into the chest, use the hands here, and then exhale, keeping the left shoulder blade on the mat as we bring the head close to the knee. Inhale, head back, and exhale. Now we're going to do this one more time. Right side, inhale, come tight into the chest, stretching out the lower back here. exhaling the head to the knee. Make sure the lower leg here is pointing straight forward. Inhale, head back, and exhale as you place the feet together. Good, left side, inhale, left knee comes into the chest, use the hands. Exhale again, checking the lower leg straight forward, head to the knee. Inhale, head back, and exhale as you straighten the leg. Good. So we're going to come now into half bridge. So I want you to now bring both feet into the buttocks. Make sure, as we did in the last lesson, that the lower back is completely on the mat. So press the feet into the mat just so you can lift the pelvis away from the mat and you can get the lower back onto the mat. Now, we bring both knees into the chest and we bring the fingers in front of the ankles. Don't worry about the thumbs at the moment. Point the toes, and then keeping the toes pointed, we bring the toes to the mat on the outside of the buttocks. Then heels. It's going to feel like the feet are a little bit too close, but now we can move the thumbs behind your ankles, so we have a good strong grip on the ankle with both hands. Then we press the hips up towards the top of the room, and now we walk the shoulders together. So think about getting the shoulder blades actually so they're touching together in the center of the upper back, and then press from the heels to your shoulders so that we feel the stretch. And here you're going to feel the stretch in the shoulders, in the arms, in the hands. You could probably feel it in the front of the thigh muscles, probably the stomach, lower back and upper back. So it's an extremely good position to practice, and it doesn't really matter how high we're coming at the moment. Maybe only coming to here, or maybe you don't even have your hands around your ankles. It really doesn't matter as long as we're just doing what we can do. We take one more deep breath in, and as we exhale, we push up just a little bit more and just take a couple of extra breaths here. Good. Now we inhale, hold the breath, and bring the lower back to the mat. Then bring the shoulder blades to the mat. And then move both feet out to the corners of the mat. Good. And we come into Savasana, and a well-earned rest, of course. Good. So today we're going to have a relaxation with a guided meditation. And the guided meditation today is called Waves and Calm of the Oceans. So just making sure first that you're nice and relaxed, feet falling out to the sides, maybe having a bolster or some cushions under the back of the legs if you need to. Just feeling how the floor is supporting from the back of your heels to the back of your head. Whole body lying gently supported on the floor. Be conscious of the breath here. the gentle rise and fall of the body as the body breathes. And if you haven't done so already, gently close your eyes and take, as we did in the beginning, a few slow, deep breaths in through the nose. Exhale fully through the mouth after each inhale. Breathe deeply, just for a few breaths. Fill your lungs completely, then letting them empty fully with each exhale. As you watch the whole breath in and the whole breath out, feel once again this gentle rise and fall of the body in harmony with each controlled breath. Now releasing any control over the breath, simply allowing the body to breathe by itself. Feel the contrast in the body and in your mind. Notice the difference between the controlled breath and this effortless, beautiful rhythm of the body breathing itself. Let go of any control. Watch and follow the flow of pure life within this process. Bring your awareness back to the whole body again, lying on the floor, and allow the floor, or the surface that you are on, and the earth to hold and support your body completely. Now imagine yourself standing at the edge of the sea, on a beach, the radiant sun warming your face and body, the vast expanse and peacefulness of the ocean stretching out in front of you. A clear blue sky extends endlessly above you. The horizon far away, blending seamlessly with the deep blue waters. You gaze toward the far edge of the world that you can see, the horizon, where sea and sky become one. Beyond that line lies only awareness itself. Become aware of how your breathing is almost synchronized with the gentle rhythm of the ocean waves. This rhythm is unique to you, almost as if your breath is moving the water and the waves in and out. Feel the natural rhythm of your breath mirroring the eternal dance of the ocean and the eternal and ever-changing dance of life reflected in you. This journey you are taking only exists in your mind, and it is unique to you. With each new breath, you feel the warmth and the softness of the sand beneath your feet. A gentle wave touches the top of your toes, warm, soothing. You feel drawn to merge with this element in front of you, an ocean of awareness and wisdom. Slowly you begin to allow yourself to float, embracing the water's gentle support. You feel safe, as if the ocean is again breathing with you. You feel the water against your skin, warm and comforting. This time, the water is flowing, following your breath, as your body naturally and without control expands and contracts in perfect harmony and balance with the water. You are aware of the constant support and the sensation of being one with the movement of the water. Feel how the water follows and even encourages the breath, the gentle rise and fall of the body in harmony with the water. As you float effortlessly, feel the movement of the whole ocean beneath you. You and the ocean held up and supported by the earth's energy beneath you. Gravity, the gentle but ever-present energy that connects and supports everything that surrounds you. Small rolling waves cradle your body, carrying you with ease. Each inhale fills you with calm, each exhale releasing things that have no meaning today or serve no purpose anymore. You don't even have to know what these things are. Simply invite them to leave, to make space for balance and ease. Allow them to dissipate into the water surrounding you, washing away any stress or tension, as if they never existed or were even there in the first place. Now find yourself in the middle of the ocean, safe, warm, completely at ease. You feel at one with the ocean and your connection to everything and everyone that surrounds you in your life. It feels familiar somehow, as if you were floating in the center of your mind. You are the center point of your universe, wherever you are. And you have the right to be there. Peaceful, relaxed, and fully at ease with yourself. You have the right to be exactly as you are and return to this unique place in your mind whenever you wish to. What you choose to surround you in your life is unique to you, and they are your choices. You can change anything at any time that does not serve you and serves no purpose. You are part of the ocean, of the world that you live on, held, supported, and always free. Everywhere you go, the oceans will welcome you. Each wave, each ocean, whispering gently, you are safe. You are home. And you are a unique part of this world. Namaste. When you are ready, slowly, gently, and of course as beautifully as possible, please come up so that we may finish together. Bring the hands together in front of the third eye and bringing the hands down in front of your heart. We take a deep breath together and we exhale forward, thanking each other for the time that we have spent together during this session. Inhaling as we come back up, exhaling the hands to the knees, relaxing the neck and the shoulders. beautiful evening. Sleep well, or a beautiful day, wherever you happen to be. And I will see you next time.